3 different ships. I'm talking about the Cobra Mark III, the most versatile vessel on the market. So the question isn't whether the Cobra can meet your needs. The question is, why aren't you already flying one? Come.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar, the first step to everywhere. We're always here if you change your mind.
Welcome to Federal Space.
If you're looking for combat, you'll have to look elsewhere. Nothing earned in blood and paid for in full. I'm sure one of the factions will pick a fight soon enough.
Good news, fellow citizens. This star system is currently controlled by a federal faction.
Commander?
Systems governed by the Federation enjoy access.
Connoisseur's choice.
The Starfleet represents a clear and present danger to humanity.
I know they say violence isn't the answer, but it sure seems to be the only thing that works.
Yeah. We built machines which can travel faster than light, but we still can't outrun our violent tendencies.
We've all had a few close calls, more than any of us would like.
Trust me, if trouble finds me, it'll wish it hadn't.
All right, see you around.
Bye.
Are
Don't mind getting your hands dirty.
combat pilot?
I could have a job for you.
Ask yourself, could you be doing
I'm
more?
of the opinion that the galaxy's overcrowded. How about you?
Combat pilots are humanity's best defense
Never
against
mind.
the power.
But if you know anyone with less scruples, please, do send them my way.
Oh, hey. Oh, thank the skies. I am so far out of my depth with this. You sure I can't persuade you to do it, no?
Welcome to Vista Genomics. You wish to contribute to Vista Genomics? Excellent. Well, let's see what you've got for us. Is that everything? Feel free to return once you've gathered some biodata.
Thank you for stopping. I was getting desperate. I understand. Sorry to bother.
Are you looking for work? Sometimes you've got to do a little wrong to do what's right. Pity. I could have really used your
Acts
help.
of aggression in this port will not be tolerated and may elicit a response from Omnipol officers.
For your sake, try not to be seen. I don't know how welcome you'll be there. Not for you, huh? Well, no hard feelings.
The Starboys are an ever-present threat. Pilots are reminded to exercise caution when traveling and to remain vigilant at all times.
I found some people who need help and are willing to pay for it. You want in? These kind of jobs have been keeping me very busy of late. Never mind. But if you know anyone
Don't
with
mind
less...
doing a little light trespassing, I could have a job for you. Believe me, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over asking you to do this. Biddy, I could have really used your help.
Please report to an officer.
If you need any advice, just let me know.
Looking for something, Commander? Trading, selling, or both? You name it, I've got it.
Welcome to Federal Space.
Anything else I can help you with? All right, it's your loss.
You want to help your credit balance?
Please report
Oh.
to the nearest on-call officer. Thank you for your cooperation.
You after a weapon or an upgrade? Maybe something else? So, what you after today? Sure, take a look around. Anything else I can do for you? You can never have enough supplies. Anyone with at least a couple of those is asking for trouble. I can't tell you how many times a medkit saved my life. Taking down someone's shield can really even the odds. Good choice. Sometimes you need to take a breather. Anyone with at least a couple of those is asking for trouble. You don't want to be anywhere near that when it goes off, not without a shield. Always pays to keep a few of these on hand. Anything else I can do for you? Anything else you need? Everything you need, all in one place. Good luck out there.
No matter for how long.
Talk is cheap, so are lives. You want a job?
The agile Sidewinder, the formidable Anaconda, the legendary Cobra. No matter what kind of ship you're looking for, there's a Falcon de Lacy for you. Falcon de Lacy, reaching the stars for half a millennium.
Sorry, I've got no postings available at the moment. Just remember, the peace never lasts. Check back.
Systems governed by the Federation.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar, the first step to everywhere.
Superior healthcare. First-rate education.
Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances sustained while on board an Apex vessel, including but not limited to gravity sickness, permanent paralysis, altitude sickness, loss of hearing, loss of sight, loss of bladder control, temporary paralysis, bone decalcification, muscle atrophy, space fatigue, nausea, and catastrophic bowel failure.
Everything for today? Require any other assistance?
Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances sustained while on board an Apex vessel, including but not limited to loss of hearing, loss of bladder control, temporary paralysis, muscle atrophy, nausea, gravity sickness, bone decalcification, temporary blindness, permanent paralysis, space fatigue, altitude sickness, loss of sight, and death.
That'd be everything.
Where do you want to go today? With the largest shuttle fleet in the core systems, Apex Interstellar Transport.
Require any other assistance? I hope we can be of service soon.
The Federation welcomes you.
Where are you going?
But it sounds good.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar. Where can we take you today?
And if you want first class.
Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances sustained while on board an Apex vessel, including but not limited to taste bud imbalance, bladder sneezes, heart palpitations, changes to bone density, epidermal. Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances sustained while on board an Apex vessel, including but not limited to bone decalcification, temporary blindness, space fatigue, temporary paralysis, muscle nausea, loss of hearing, permanent paralysis, loss of sight, altitude sickness, loss of bladder control, gravity sickness, atrophy, and death.
Your booking is confirmed. Have a good trip.
Any coffee. Don't drink just any coffee. Drink any coffee.
Make yourself comfortable.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Defense and delivery requests for the Sirius system. Pilots Federation alert. The Empire is aiding Sirius Corporation by offering bounty hunting and trade opportunities to support the Galactic Summit. The diplomatic conference is now entering its second week, with superpower and independent leaders gathered at Patterson Enterprise in the Sirius system. Sirius Corporation CEO Li Yongrui announced, "Our thanks to the Federation for organizing additional security against unexpected numbers of vessels this past week. Anarchic extremists, political enemies and opportunistic criminals all attempted to disrupt the conference to no avail. Pilots who helped maintain the peace can collect their rewards at the Spirit of Laylabs. For the coming week, we are working with the Empire to maintain the security operation by offering bounties on all wanted ships. The Empire will also pay generously for extra supplies of animal meat, coffee, fish, fruit and vegetables, and wine that are delivered to the Spirit of Laylabs. Pilots are reminded that neither permanent nor temporary permits to enter the Sirius system apply to fleet carriers. This joint initiative will run for 1 week, followed by Sirius Corporation partnering with the Alliance for the final week of the Galactic Summit. In related news, Core Dynamics, Gutermeyer and Lacon Spaceways are continuing to offer a 10%
Orbital flight engaged.
discount on all their ships to mark the historic occasion. Defense and delivery requests for the Sirius system. Pilots Federation alert. The Empire is aiding Sirius Corporation by offering bounty hunting and trade opportunities to support the Galactic Summit. The diplomatic conference is now entering its second week, with superpower and independent leaders gathered at Patterson Enterprise in the Sirius system. Sirius Corporation CEO Li Yongrui announced, "Our thanks to the Federation for organizing additional security against unexpected numbers of vessels this past week. Anarchic extremists, political enemies and opportunistic criminals all attempted to disrupt the conference to no avail. Pilots who helped maintain the peace can collect their rewards at the Spirit of Layla. For the coming week, we are working with the Empire to maintain the security operation by offering bounties on all wanted ships. The Empire will also pay generously for extra supplies of animal meat, coffee,
we'll be arriving
fish,
shortly.
fruit and vegetables, and wine that are delivered to the Spirit of Laylabs. Pilots are reminded that neither permanent nor temporary permits to enter the Sirius system apply to fleet carriers. This joint initiative will run for 1 week, followed by Sirius... Operation partnering with the Alliance for the final week of the Galactic Summit. In related news, Dynamics, Gutermeyer and Lacon Spaceways are continuing to offer a 10% discount on all their ships to mark the historic occasion. Defense and delivery requests for the Sirius system. Pilots Federation alert. The Empire is aiding Sirius Corporation by offering bounty hunting and trade opportunities to support the Galactic Summit. The diplomatic conference is now entering its second week, with superpower and independent leaders gathered at Patterson Enterprise in the Sirius system. Sirius Corporation CEO Li Yongrui announced, "Our thanks to the Federation for organizing additional security against..." Political enemies and opportunistic criminals all attempted to disrupt the conference to no avail. Pilots who helped maintain the peace towards the spirit of Laelapse. For the coming week, we are working with the Empire to maintain the security operation by offering bounties on all wanted ships. The Empire will also pay generously for extra supplies of animal meat, coffee, fish, fruit and vegetables, and wine that are delivered to the spirit of Laelapse. Pilots are reminded that neither permanent nor temporary permits to enter the Sirius system. Carriers. This joint initiative will run for 1 week, followed by Sirius Corporation Part. Anti-NMLA Intelligence Unit formed. The Alliance, Empire and Federation have created a centralized agency dedicated to investigating and eliminating the NMLA paramilitary group. The new affiliated Counter-Terrorism Unit, or ACT, is a direct result of the Cornelius-Lasky Convention, which was signed at the Galactic Summit. This treaty requires the superpowers to share information on any large-scale threats to civilian populations. With a combined death toll rising over 500,000, the recent starport bombings have obtained such status. ACT will be jointly led by the veterans of the Tri-Superpower Task Force that defeated the League of Reparation in 3304, Captain Niam Suturnia of the Imperial Internal Security Service, Inspector Mara Klatt of Alliance Interpol, and Senior Agent Tanya Ramirez of the Federal Intelligence Agency. Captain Suturnia gave a brief statement. ACT is an independent organization dedicated to bringing the NMLA to justice. We will draw resources from Alliance, Empire and Federation security forces and elsewhere. However, we foresee the need for even larger numbers of dedicated personnel. Therefore, we have contacted the Pilots Federation for permission to invite independent pilots to gather information for us when necessary. Pilots are advised that civilians still require transportation from damaged starports in the Akanar, Alioth, Eotiensis, Gateway, Kamadhenu, Lathe, Nanomum, Rhea and Sol systems. Anti-NMLA Intelligence Unit formed. The Alliance. Starport bombing casualties include Federal Vice President Brad Mitchell and a number of federal cabinet members have been killed in a recent terrorist attack on a starport orbiting Earth. Planted caustic enzyme explosives at Li Qingjiao Station, where a government meeting was taking place. The VP and cabinet members were confirmed to be among tens of thousands of casualties. 8 other starports across all 3 superpowers were simultaneously bombed. President Zachary Hudson, who was attending the Galactic Summit during the attack, made this statement. This atrocity is nothing less than a declaration of war, and we will respond accordingly. For now, we mourn the loss of my close friend Brad Mitchell and other heroes of the Federation. I will personally appoint replacements to their positions soon. The Federation has directly accused the Empire of being responsible by allowing neo-Mylanist bomb makers to escape from a secret prison facility. The Imperial Senate reiterated that Serene Harbor does not exist and is part of a federal disinformation campaign. Followers of Marlanism have also received much public criticism. The Marlanist colonies have repeatedly stressed that they do not support the NMLA and are unconnected to the attacks. Independent pilots have been asked to assist rescue and repair operations in the Akana, Alioth, Eotiensis, Gateway, Kamadhenu, Lathe, Nanomum, Rear and Soul systems. Superpowers respond to Nine Martyrs' attack. Political fallout has been intense after the NMLA simultaneously bombed 9 starports in the Alliance, Empire and Federation. The targeted stations are in the Akana, Alioth, Eotiensis, Gateway, Kamadhenu, Lathe, Nanomum, Rear and Soul systems. These were referred to by NMLA propaganda as the 9 Martyrs, a reference to the attack against Kepler Orbital last November. All 3 superpowers are treating this as a major emergency. Top-level discussions have taken place between their chiefs of security using communication protocols recently established at the Galactic Summit. However, mainstream media has also reported on internal political tensions. The Imperial Herald, Senator Patrios proposed that all known Marlinists be arrested immediately as NMLA collaborators. He received a direct rebuke from Chancellor Blaine, who said, "Her Majesty views your blunt tactics as having been counterproductive and requires more creative solutions." The Federal Times, President Hudson opened Congress with a minute's silence to honor VP Brad Mitchell and other deceased cabinet members. He then directly blamed Shadow President deaths, claiming you invited terrorists with your virtue signaling aid program for fake refugees.
Shouldn't be too much longer now.
pressurized environment. Detected. Leaving pressurized environment.
Not so fast. Don't do anything stupid.
Scan detected.
Seems you're clean. Go on, get out of here. Hey, stop! I've got you now!
Scanning. Move and I'll put you down. Okay, just go. And stay out of my way.